Hey, good morning. It's Mike Zschunke with Berkshire Hathaway Homes and Shift Fund Properties in Scottsdale, Arizona. Chilly Scottsdale. I think we're 44 degrees, so it's cold. You know, we have thin blood here. So anyway, we're going to talk about residential. We're going to talk about commercial and interest rates and the economy. Inventory first. Multiple listing service. We have 12,374 single-family detached homes. That's up about 200. Maricopa County, we're up about 200. Take it right here. And in Scottsdale, we're up 56. We're back to October numbers, but still only at 1,127 single-family detached homes for sale. It's not enough. It's not enough. We're starting to move into a seller's market. That's why we go live, because this is us.
Always.
Got my partner with directions here. We're on our way to Paradise Valley Luxury Home Tour. But yeah, starting to move into a seller's market around the valley. It's just that time of year. A lot of people coming to visit. You know, as rates tick down a little bit this last week, people are coming off the fence, or are they just becoming more comfortable with 6 and 7% mortgage rates? I don't think that's bad. Left? So, you know, demand is getting up there, but we still need a lot of supply. Supply's still real low. Sellers still aren't convinced that if you have a mortgage, why would you sell? Why would you get out of your 3% mortgage? There are some, you know, solutions, some ways around that. In Scottsdale, there's a lot of homes that don't have mortgages, a lot of second homes and things. So let's start a little different market starting to come on. Prices down slightly month over month, still 4% year over year. So, you know, real estate's just a solid investment, 4 or 5% over the last 30, 40 years. It's, you know, home ownership is really the way to create wealth. And then once you own your home, then you own your investment property and your commercial building. Troy Peterson, he's Endpoint Escrow Solutions. He pointed out a good thing. 66% of homes listed last quarter, I think it was, sold. That's super low. It should be around 80% of homes listed should sell. But there's plenty of buyers. We're getting buyers calls every day. So is that just agents promising the world, saying we can sell your home for an outrageous price and taking a listing? That's not what we do, but that's a low number. 66% of homes on the market sold last quarter, I guess. Should be about 80%. You know, doesn't do me any good. It doesn't do you any good. Doesn't do anybody any good to put a sign in front of your house and let it sit. You know, there was a time where anybody could list your home. Now you got to work a little. You got to pick up the phone. You got to use your network. You got to know the market. You really got to price it right. So I thought that was an interesting thing, interesting fact. So we're rolling along. You know, it's been a super busy year so far. Happy New Year. Hope you're all having a great 2024. It's been crazy busy. We've gotten calls from investors, commercial, residential. There's a lot of people coming off the fence and, you know, want to move forward. They're tired of waiting. So if you're looking to buy or sell, you know, let's have a conversation, see what works for you. Commercial. A lot of commercial loans, short term, like I've said before. You know, they're going to refinance in the next year or two. Mom and pop shops, are they going to be able to refinance at a higher rate and still get their mailbox money? There's a lot of private money sitting on the sideline waiting to scoop up a lot of properties. Industrial, it's booming. There's just so many companies moving to the Phoenix area. Industrial is insane. Office space, we're starting to see some deals on some office buildings. I mean, they're not cheap, but if you can put a group together and buy an office building, you could probably get a deal, get some good cash flow income. Retail space, moving along. You know, it's, like I said, it's a busy time of year here, all around. Land, crazy. Funny, we go to a lot of Arizona State land auctions, and Lennar Homes just paid $32 million for 80 acres up in Northwest Phoenix. Raw land. They've got to bring in infrastructure. It's going to cost them a lot of money to build there. Bidding started at $15 million. There were 4 or 5 bidders, and they went up to $32 million. That's $400,000 an acre for raw land, or $9 a square foot. So the land is expensive, the building's expensive. That's why houses cost so much now. I mean, it's it's all about, do the numbers work for the investors? So let's talk about interest rates. 6.72 on the 30-year fix yesterday. There's a lot of people in the real estate industry that keep talking about the Fed cutting rates and rates going down. I'm not in that school. I think 6-7% mortgage rates are here. 10% or the 10-year note has been bouncing around 4%. There's just not a lot of liquidity in the back end of the market. Traders they want to be rewarded for taking their risk. So one thing that's happening, there's a spread between the 10-year mortgage and the 10-year bond note and the 30-year fixed mortgage. There's a spread there that the mortgage-backed securities guys want to make. That spread's becoming a little lighter, a little slimmer. So that's why we're seeing the mortgage rates hang out in the mid-sixes. Just because there's less volatility in the market. Straight. And don't speed. Don't speed through Paradise Valley. There's cameras everywhere. And they'll send you a ticket.
Gotta get in this lane.
Okay. Thanks. So, as volatility in the bond markets kind of evens out and settles out, then the mortgage-backed security guys are more comfortable taking a smaller spread there. It's risk versus reward. But pretty interesting. But still, I don't see any reason for Fed to cut rates. We had a busy economic numbers week. The CPI and the PPI just came out this morning. Consumer Price Index was a little bit hot, showed prices a little bit higher. The PPI came out this morning. I like the PPI better. It's Producer Price Index. It's the cost of goods it's what it costs a producer to make a product to sell to the consumer. So as this inflation starts kind of reaching this peak, inflation is not going down. Joe Kiernan and Rick Santelli had a good conversation this morning on CNBC. We're seeing inflation numbers kind of get under control a little bit, but groceries are still 30% higher than they were 2 years ago. Not going to make any political comments, but you know how I feel. But so where are we going with that? Inflation's still high, but it's starting to reach its peak. There's no reason for Fed to cut rates. For every case that you can make for Fed to cut rates, you can make a case for Fed to increase rates. So I think we're 6 or 7% mortgages are pretty here for a while, pretty even. Home prices are increasing. It's just a supply and demand thing. I had an interesting text conversation with a potential client yesterday. I hope you're watching, Dana. I said, she said, are you a buyer's agent or a seller's agent? And it got me thinking, is that a HGTV term? It's all real estate, commercial, residential, land. It's transactional. It's all the same. It's just what do you have to do to get the client to where they need to be? And
Take a left.
So I looked up. I started doing a little research. Buyer's agent versus seller's agent. I'm neither. I am a relationship agent. I work with clients and get you where you need to be. And we only work with 3 or 4 residential at a time, and 2. I'm going to keep going straight. And then a couple big commercial projects at a time, commercial or investor projects. So like I always say, we don't do a lot of volume. We do more personalized service and get you where you need to be. I feel like my business experience and my financial markets background kind of lets me do that and get you where you need to be. So buyer's agent versus seller's agent, it's really in the real estate business from this end. It's where do you spend your marketing dollars? Do you focus on getting buyers? Do you focus on getting sellers? Because it's all transactional. We stay with Berkshire because our network is huge. We've been in this business a while. We can pick up the phone, and if you're buying or selling, we can. A lot of stuff happens off market. So that's kind of where we stand on that. And I said to her, look at my social media. We go live. There's a lot of polished things and promise the world and fancy. I'm getting a little tired of fancy. But this is us. I said, go back, look at my social media. This is me. This is who you get. And, we probably walked away from more listings last year than than we took, just because we didn't fit right, or refer out. I have no problem. If I can help you get you where you need to be, and I can refer you out to somebody that can do it better than me. Nobody does it better than me, but but yeah, we're more relationship. We want to help you with your real estate finances, buy or sell. We want to help your kids, your grandkids, tell all your friends. That's we work more on referral business than, the way to make a lot of money and as a real estate agent is to pick up the phone and cold call all day long. We don't do that. We are still good friends with, I can't think of one past client that I can't call up and go have dinner with. So, it's relationship. So, that's what we work. Anybody can buy and sell a house. It's not hard. But, with the HGTV, that's all fake. My wife and I, we like to watch Gold Rush in the evenings before bed. Can I go and start a gold mine in Anchorage, Alaska, or in Alaska? I could probably figure out, but I'm gonna lose a lot of money. So just leave that to the experts. That's we know the market, we know who to call, we have the networks. It's really about pricing your home right off the bat if you're looking to sell. So please don't ever hesitate to give me a call. Let's talk. See if I can help you. If I can help you, great. If I can't help you, happy to point you in the right direction. So anyway, that's it. We're just about to Paradise Valley here. We're gonna go check out some fancy homes and network a little bit. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year. Hope you have a great 2024, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. We truly appreciate it. Give us some questions, and happy to answer. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.